in this video I'm going to share some tips and tricks to build a sustainable yoga practice. Now I know it can be very difficult to be consistent in your practice, and I had some difficulties with that as well. But these tips and tricks really help me to move forward and to hop on my mat on a daily basis. I'm Mary McGilfrey. I'm a yoga teacher and a TRE provider, and please subscribe to my channel. Now let's find out why it is so difficult for so many of us to do our daily practice. And as I said earlier on, I will dive into the reasons why at the end of the practice. But for now, let's focus on movements. Well, scientists explained some reasons why it's so difficult to build that consistent practice, whatever practice you're doing. Well, actually our bodies are made to move, but unfortunately we developed a more sedentary lifestyle, and our bodies work best when it's active. If we look at our body, it's actually an amazing organism, fascinating. Even if we think about our bodies from the inside, also have a constant movement, like our blood flow, our breathing, and even within the cells there's a constant movement going on. So that makes it actually a bit strange that we are having so many difficulties with being active. Well, what can we do to build that consistent practice, whatever practice? Well, first of all, don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself for procrastinating, because guilty feelings don't help us getting anywhere. Many of us have difficulties with procrastination. Start to recognize the moments that you start procrastinating and write them down. Writing things down, especially on paper and with a pencil, is really a good way to teach your brain. And then work on your mindset. Set an intention and write your intention down. Writing down reduces stress. It gives your brain a signal, and it's the first step for your brain to organize. Then find yourself a space in your home, a space where you feel comfortable and where you won't be disturbed by people in your house, and you won't be disturbed. Make it your own cozy place. Put some nice things in your space, what you like. Doesn't need to be a whole room. You can also use a corner of a room, of your living room, your bedroom, wherever you have a little space to place your yoga mat on. Keep your props at hand, like a belt or a scarf, a block or some books, maybe some cushions which you can use for restorative yoga practice, and make yourself comfortable. Make it a cozy place, maybe some nice things you like in the space. And then start to plan your practice ahead. Just a few warming up exercises, a few asanas you want to do, and end of practice relaxing exercises, and make sure you use the props you have around you to make it a little bit more easy. Just start slow. Maybe 5 minutes in the beginning is enough. And if you're not feeling too well, just sit on your mat or lie on your mat, do a few breathing exercises, but show up. That's the most important thing, to teach your brain that daily habit. Maybe you can find someone to hold you accountable, maybe by sending you a message or a phone call, or maybe it's your partner or a friend. That can be very helpful. and then reward yourself afterwards. Maybe a nice cup of tea, reading a few pages of a book, or going outside for a walk, whatever is available and nice for you. So now we have some tips and tricks to make a daily habit of our practice. I promise you to dive in a little bit into why it's so difficult to build that consistent yoga practice. Well, scientists came up with two explanations. Well, one explanation is that our brains work harder when we even consider exercise. And the reason for that may date back to our survival instincts. So we were more efficient in conserving our physical energy for our basic needs, like searching for food, seeking shelter, fighting predators, etc. So these results suggest that our brains are initially attracted to a sedentary resting lifestyle. Well, another explanation lies in the limbic system, the paleo-mammalian brain, the oldest and more dominant part of the brain in which processes are more automatic. So when you have to do something and your whole system is telling you to flee from it, then your limbic system is talking to you. Now the new prefrontal cortex, weaker portion of the brain, this is the part where planning, complex behaviors, decision making and expressing your personality takes place. And this is the part which separates humans from animals. Now there's a constant battle going on between the limbic system, the oldest part, the stronger part, and the prefrontal cortex, the newer and weaker part. And often the limbic system wins that battle. So we give the brain what feels good now at this very moment. And so we start procrastinating. Because procrastinating is giving us an immediate reward. So actually this is the root cause of why it's so difficult to build a sustainable and consistent yoga practice. Now we know the root cause of why it's so difficult to maintain that consistent yoga practice. We can overrule our brain with the tips and tricks I gave and start to create an effective and sustainable yoga practice. Now please subscribe to my channel and visit my website. And please let me know in the comments below how you're doing with the tips and tricks. Thank you for watching this video and namaste.